Hey guys, I'm here to help a little bit with homework 27 if you need it. So if you want to grab your homework and get a little bit of a head start, we're going to go over a few. So I'm not going to go over everything. A lot of these are fractions and you guys absolutely positively have this down. One thing that I might mention is like if you look at 5, it's asking what fraction is equivalent to 3/4. You can either draw a picture of 3/4 and compare it to all of these pictures, or you could just use the butterfly method. Remember, you'll do 3/4 and then you'll try it with A, 2/4. Cross multiply, you get 12. Cross multiply, you get 8. Those are not equal, so A can't be your answer. Okay, now you can try 3/4 with B. 3/4 and 4/3. That doesn't even look right, does it? Because you know that this is greater than 1. 3 times 3 is 9. 16. That's not it. Okay, you can try C. 3/4 with C. C 6/8. Cross multiply, you get 24. And 24, those are equal. So your equivalent fraction to 3/4 is C. Okay, number 6, they're asking you to find the fraction that does not have apples on it. That's the fraction that does not have apples is going to be this unshaded part. A lot of students are wanting to put 2/3, but 2/3 is going to be the part that does have apples. So find the fraction that does not have apples. We can obviously see that it's 1/3, but 1/3 isn't one of our choices. So what I would do is I would take this 1/3 and find a fraction that's equivalent to 1/3. This one is obviously not equivalent to 1/3, but you could either use the butterfly method, draw a picture to figure out which of these is equivalent to the fraction 1/3. All right, 7, it says Carter needs to find a fraction that's the same as his fraction but with different numbers. The fraction is 4/6. Okay, so all you got to do is use the butterfly method with A in 4/6, B in 4/6, C in 4/6, and D in 4/6. And only one of those are going to be equivalent. 8 you can do. 9, you're just trying to figure out where this is on the number line. 10 you can do. It says he scooped 3/8 of the amount needed. How much more sugar does he need till he reaches 1 whole? Okay, so what does this question mark got to be so that it's 1 whole? And remember, 1 whole, if it's written as eighths, is 8/8. So how much more does he need till he gets to 8/8? All right. Okay, find the unshaded part. That's the white part. He bought a jar of jelly that's 1/3 full. 1/3. Sorry, 1/3. If they fill it up, if she fills it up 2/3 more, how much does she have? So she's at 1/3. If she fills it up 2 more thirds, how much does she have? Okay. Obviously, she's going to have 1 whole, right? 1 whole's not an answer choice, but there's an equivalent fraction to 1 whole, right? You know that it's going to be 1 whole. If she has 1/3 and she gives 2 more thirds, 1 whole's not an answer, but one of these choices is equivalent to 1 whole. It's the same thing as 1 whole. So use that to help you. For this one, you're going to figure out which fraction is equivalent to 4/8. So what I would do is I would write out each fraction. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5/7, 3/6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 9/9, and 1/4. So only one of these is equivalent to 4/8. So I would test this with A, see if you get use the butterfly method, see if you get them equal. B, C, and D. Okay. I wonder what it is. What fraction is equivalent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which one is? Let's do it. 4/8 and 5/7. 40, 28. That's not it. 4/8 and 9/9. That's not going to be it because 9/9 is 1 whole. Oh, duh. I don't wonder why I didn't see that. 4/8 is the same as 1/2. And 3/6 is the same as 1/2. So if 4/8 is a half and 3/6 is a half, well, obviously they're equal. 1/2 is the same as 1/2. I just had a lapse in my brain there. I couldn't think of what it was. All right, so good. That helped. Okay, for 14, we're going to say that you can compare these two shapes because I think they're the same size. They're about the same size. They're the same shape. You just have to decide which one is larger. Now remember, it's larger if it has more shaded, not just because it has more pieces. Some students want to say this fraction is larger because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. But look, it has so much less shaded than this piece. Okay, so which fraction is larger? The fraction that has the most shaded in. They're definitely not equal. All right, let's jump over here to this page. You know a lot of these. Okay, let's look at 17. Now, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but 17 says, I'm a quadrilateral, only my adjacent sides. And adjacent means touching sides are equal. What am I? So, for a square, all the touching sides are the same length. So all the adjacent sides are equal. So I think a square works. For a rectangle, though, the touching sides are not the same length. This side is much shorter than this side. So a rectangle doesn't work. A rhombus, which I'm not very good at drawing a rhombus, I'm trying here. All sides are the same length. So a rhombus should have all adjacent sides equal. A kite doesn't necessarily have to have all sides the same length. So those adjacent sides might not be equal. So for 17, I say A is correct or C. Maybe I've made a mistake. Let me know if you think I did, but I will accept A or C. All right, let's look at this one, 20. The area of a rectangle is 54 square inches. Let me draw my rectangle. Well, I'm one-handed. I'm holding my phone. I probably should get like some kind of stand or something, shouldn't I? If I draw my rectangle out, it's 54 square inches is the area, the inside measurement of it, okay? So it tells me that the length is 9 inches. So I know it's 9 inches long. It wants me to figure out what this width is over here at the side. Well, I know that to figure out the area of a rectangle, you can do length, which I know is 9, times the width, okay? I know my area is 54, so I can say 54 is equal to 9 times W, okay? All I gotta do is figure out what this W is now. 9 times W is 54. So I'm gonna skip count by 9s until I get to the product 54. So I go, how's it go? 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Okay, so I skip counted and I skip counted 6 times. So 9 times 6 is 54 square. And if it's area, we say 54 square inches. So my answer is A, 6 inches, because 6 inches times 9 inches gets me 54 square inches. My answer is not B, because my area is not 6 square inches. I'm only talking about a side length. If it's just one side length, I don't use the word square. I only use the word square if I'm talking about the area. So the only number I can use the word square in this problem is 54. 54 is the only number I can call square because this is the only one that's area. The number 9 I have to use inches, and the number 6 I have to use inches. So it's 6 inches. All right, let's look at this one we can do. It says Bailey bought some gumballs. She bought 8 red and 3 times as many blue. So 8 times 3 is 24 blue. She bought 9 yellow and 4 times as many green. So 9 times 4 is 36 green. How many did she buy? So just add those up. Add up 8 and 3 times as many is 24. 9, 4 times as many is 36. So we just add those up. All right, look at 22. The fraction of the rectangle is shaded. I'm sorry, I don't know why that's not showing up. Let me see. It looks like that's your fraction right there. All right, let's look at the last one. What is the perimeter of the rectangle below? A lot of students want to do 14 times 6. That gets you the area. Perimeter is the outside edge, okay? Since this is a rectangle, I know opposite sides are equal. So if this side's 14, this side's 14. If this side's 6, the opposite side is 6. So for perimeter, you need to add up all of these sides before you know what your answer is going to be. All right, guys, great job. Hope that helped.